In a quiet village surrounded by green hills and colorful fields, there lived a young girl who loved birds more than anything else. Every morning before sunrise, she would walk to a large tree near her home where hundreds of birds gathered to sing. Their songs filled the air with joy and peace, and the girl never missed a chance to listen. Among all the birds, there was one small bluebird that became very special to her. Every day, it would fly down from the tree and sit near her while she talked about her dreams, hopes, and worries. She dreamed of traveling the world, helping people, and doing something meaningful with her life. The little bird seemed to listen carefully, and its presence always made her feel calm and happy. As the seasons passed, their friendship grew stronger. However, one year a terrible drought struck the village. The rivers dried up, crops stopped growing, and the beautiful green fields turned brown. Many birds began leaving in search of water and food. One morning, when the girl arrived at the tree, her favorite bluebird was gone. She searched everywhere, waiting for hours beneath the tree, hoping it would return. The next day she came back, and the day after that, but the bird never appeared. Weeks turned into months, and her sadness grew deeper. She could not understand why something she loved so much had disappeared. Sitting beneath the empty branches, she often looked toward the sky and asked, "Why did this happen? Why would God take away something that brought me so much happiness?" No answer came. The silence made her feel even more alone. Despite her disappointment, she continued helping her family and doing her daily work. But deep inside, she carried a heavy sadness. Every time she saw the empty branch where the bird once sat, she felt the pain all over again. She began to wonder if some questions would never be answered, and if some losses would never make sense. One evening, an elderly traveler arrived in the village after a long journey. The villagers welcomed him warmly and listened to stories about the many places he had visited. Curious, the girl asked him about the drought and whether other villages had suffered too. The traveler nodded and explained that many regions had faced the same hardship, forcing birds and animals to migrate in search of water. Then he shared an amazing story. Far away, thousands of migrating birds had discovered a hidden valley with a fresh water source. Their movement had led nearby villagers to the water, saving crops, animals, and countless families from suffering. As the traveler spoke, the girl immediately thought about her little blue bird. Perhaps it had been among those birds. Perhaps it had left, not to abandon her, but because it had a greater purpose she could not see. For the first time, she realized that while she had been grieving its absence, something important might have been happening elsewhere. Months later, the rains finally returned. Rivers filled again, flowers bloomed, and life slowly returned to the village. One bright morning, as the girl walked toward the old tree, she heard a familiar chirp. Looking up, she saw the little blue bird perched on a branch. Her eyes filled with tears of joy as the bird flew down and landed near her, just as it had done before. In that moment, everything became clear. She understood that she had judged the situation too soon. What seemed like a painful loss had actually been part of a larger plan. The bird's journey had served a purpose beyond her understanding, and its absence had taught her patience, faith, and trust. From that day forward, whenever life became difficult, she remembered the lesson of the bluebird. She learned that not every setback is a punishment, not every delay is a failure, and not every goodbye is permanent. Sometimes God allows things to happen for reasons we cannot immediately understand. What feels like a closed door today may lead to a better opportunity tomorrow. What seems like a loss may become a blessing in disguise. Years later, she shared this story with children in her village and reminded them never to lose hope when life becomes confusing. She would tell them that faith means trusting even when you cannot see the whole picture. Just as the little blue bird had a purpose beyond her sight, every challenge in life may be guiding us towards something greater. The lesson she carried forever was simple yet powerful. Never doubt God's plan, because what you cannot understand today may become your greatest blessing tomorrow.